What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic, Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas, a passing of the torch or a legendary legacy. Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazzy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, let's talk some boxing. We're going to chop it up. So, as you all know, tonight is the fight between Yordenis Ugas and Manny Pacquiao. We all know this fight was originally supposed to be a fight with Errol Spence, the unified welterweight champion Errol Spence. However, Errol Spence was injured in that probably in sparring or probably in the car crash that happened a little over a year ago, and so he pulled out of the fight with a torn retina, and from what we're hearing, it could be a detached retina, which is supposedly worse. So basically, right now, we're not even sure whether or not Errol Spence is ever going to box again, but only time will tell. So now this fight between Yordenis Ugas, as you all know, Manny Pacquiao was originally the WBA champion. He was stripped for inactivity, and the belt went to Yordenis Ugas, who was the interim champion at the time. So he was elevated to a full champion after they stripped Manny Pacquiao. Now, supposedly, Yordenis Ugas was looking for a fight with Manny Pacquiao, while Manny Pacquiao had the belt, but that fight was never able to happen because Manny Pacquiao was basically looking for bigger fish to fry. And Yordenis Ugas just basically, I guess he just stayed patient and, continued to, send out blessings. When you hear Ugas talk, he's always talking about bless everybody, and he was getting criticized for being elevated, and he basically just said, it was his hard work and dedication, bless everybody, and he got what he deserved. So he got elevated, and then it was supposed to be a fight between him and Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao decided that he was coming back. Well, actually, it wasn't a fight between Ugas and Manny Pacquiao. It was supposed to be Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. Okay. Previously to that, Errol Spence and Ugas were supposed to be fighting. So basically, Manny Pacquiao swooped in and took the Spence fight away from Ugas. Okay, and that's what happened. So they scheduled the fight with Manny Pacquiao and Spence, and it was supposed to be today. However, as you all know, the injury happened to Spence, and now they had to reschedule the fight, and they rescheduled the fight with Ugas, who was supposed to be the one that was fighting Spence in the first place, but now he gets to fight Manny Pacquiao, which is an even bigger fight for him than fighting Errol Spence. Okay, Manny Pacquiao is a legendary fighter. So Manny Pacquiao is now fighting Ugas, and Ugas is getting a chance, at achieving, something, a win over a legendary competitor like Manny Pacquiao. So at this point, it's all on the line for Ugas. Ugas, there's a lot to be gained for Ugas in this fight. And I think that Ugas realizes that. A lot of people are basically counting Ugas out and saying that Manny Pacquiao is probably going to win. I mean, that's what it looks like. A lot of people are saying that, Manny Pacquiao, is a better fighter. Well, he's definitely got more experience. I don't know if he's a better fighter. But Ugas is a natural welterweight. Manny Pacquiao has moved up about 8 different times, so he's a smaller guy. So I'm looking for Ugas, to show his full capabilities as a welterweight, and he should be able to overwhelm Manny Pacquiao, especially since Manny Pacquiao is, 42 years of age. So at this point, it's going to depend on who's the hungrier fighter, I would think. And to me, I would think that Ugas, being that this is a legacy fight for him, he's a lot more to be gained for Ugas than it is for Manny Pacquiao. I mean, Manny Pacquiao is already a legend. Okay, Ugas could now become, a legend in his own right by beating Manny Pacquiao. So I would have to say that Ugas is probably the hungrier fighter at this point, and he should be. Okay, he should be the hungriest fighter at this point. Manny Pacquiao is an elder statesman at this point. He's all, he's all getting ready to run for president of his country. So I don't really see that Manny Pacquiao would have the same kind of hunger that that Ugas has. Everybody is counting Ugas out. People are saying that he didn't deserve to get the belt. So this is a chance for Ugas to prove his worthiness to own that belt and to defend that belt. And I think that Ugas is probably going to rise to the occasion in this one. So I'm not going to count Ugas out in this fight. I think that he has a good chance of winning this fight because he has all the advantages. He's a taller fighter, longer reach. Okay, probably, I don't think he has the same pop as Pacquiao. Okay, but, he should be able to handle Pacquiao with his Cuban style of boxing because Pacquiao is going to be jumping in all night. Or trying to jump in. And I think that's going to be perfect for Ugas. I think Ugas is going to catch Manny Pacquiao coming in. Okay? I think that's what Ugas actually wants, for Manny Pacquiao to jump in. And I don't think that type of style is the right style for Manny Pacquiao to fight Ugas. The style that Manny Pacquiao, I saw him fight with against Thurman, I think he's going to have a lot of problems with Ugas if he continue on that same style. But you never know. Manny Pacquiao, you can't count him out either, so anything could happen. But this should be an exciting fight, action-packed fight, I would believe. And I'm not sure I don't think this fight is going to go the distance. Okay, somebody would probably get stopped. Probably Manny. Okay, at this point, I would think. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but let's see what happens. Now, as to who's going to win the fight, it's going to depend on what the strategy that both fighters employ. Okay. Like Manny Pacquiao is going to have to do his thing, which is, jumping in, jumping out, darting in, using speed, lateral movement, punching from different angles, a lot of power. He's going to have to use that against Ugas, okay? Keep Ugas, confused, do his lateral movement, his speed. He's going to have to use a lot of speed against Ugas. But Ugas is not a slouch himself. Ugas is pretty fast, got pretty fast hands himself. So, I mean, this should be an interesting, situation on how this is going to play out. All in all, it's going to be an interesting fight. We get to see what Ugas is made of in this fight. And we get to see, what Manny Pacquiao, if he still has it at this advanced age. 42 years old. So I'm kind of leaning toward Ugas in this fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if Manny Pacquiao takes the fight. I mean, but I'm leaning toward Ugas. I think Ugas has a lot of intangibles that based on the styles, difference in styles, that could make this fight, a fight that he can win. Okay, and it's not as if Manny Pacquiao. It's not as if Manny Pacquiao, is the old Pacquiao. One that fought Oscar De La Hoya and other fighters like that. I mean, age catches up to everyone, and Manny Pacquiao is no different. I don't know if it's going to be in this fight. We're going to see that age catch up to Manny Pacquiao. It might not be. He might just go in there and do his thing like he usually does. But again, we'll have to wait and see it tonight. But again, I'm thinking that Manny Pacquiao is at that point now where, fighting a young lion like Ugas might not be the best move. Or even Errol, when you're supposed to fight Errol Spence, maybe you might have a better chance against Errol Spence than Ugas. Now people might say, what are you talking about? Well, I just think the style that Ugas fight with, he has a lot of firepower if you get in range of him, okay? He does get touched. His defense is not the best. So if Manny Pacquiao connects, it could be good night, Lucille. Okay, it's not as if Ugas has a granite chin. He could take a punch, but You know, I think if a couple of those shots from Manny Pacquiao land, especially a combination, it could be a good night for Ugas. So Ugas going to have to work on his defense, work on his lateral movement, and try to catch Manny as he's coming in, you know, with some uppercuts and some overhand right. I think the fight might be decided by the overhand right from Ugas, if he's able to land it. But we'll see what happens. So now, whoever wins this fight, I don't know what's going to happen next because, like I said, we don't know, you know, what's next for the winner of this fight, whoever that might be, because Errol Spence's situation is kind of shaky. No one knows if he's actually coming back or not. He said he's coming back, but who can tell in these situations? You never know. So we might even see the winner take on Terence Crawford. You know, the winner or the winner of the Terence Crawford-Sean Porter fight, which should be you know, another interesting fight. But I'm definitely looking forward to this fight tonight between Ugas and Manny Pacquiao. It should be very interesting. I'm going to lean toward Ugas in this one. I think Ugas realizes that this is his time, this is his opportunity, and he needs to grab this with both hands because he might not get another one like this again. So I think Ugas is in the frame of mind where he's going to jump on this with both hands and try to get this win because he realizes this is his ticket, you know, for to the big time and his ticket to greatness. So let's see what Ugas does in this fight. Again, you know, I'm leaning toward Ugas, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pacquiao takes it because, as you know, you can never count out Manny Pacquiao. You know, he's a legend, you know, in his own time. He's a living legend of boxing, okay, and the most experienced fighter currently in boxing, probably right now, you know, and especially in the welterweight division. So this should be a great fight, interesting fight, and we're going to see whether or not Manny Pacquiao has enough left to make one, you know, last great hurrah against a young lion like Yordenis Ugas with his Cuban style of boxing. Should be very interesting, Filipino style versus Cuban style. So, you know, looking forward to it. All right, so that's all I have for right now. I'm going to go ahead, you know, make sure you tune into my live broadcast. I'm going to be, you know, doing a live fight reaction, you know, following this video. Make sure you tune in for that. Like and subscribe to the channel. This is TBE Boxing. That's all I have for right now. I'm out.